The action's going to be on Paul Sandals.
Pass. 2.
And he surrenders his cards.
1.
So we are down to the blinds.
Cool.
And Jules Adamson wants to get involved with a suited computer hand, the Queen 7.
No raise.
Squandered a lot of chips.
Yeah, Richard Herbert happy to have a peep with his
7,
Jack
6,
8. And he has found
Check.
top pair, but there are clubs out there
2.
for Adamson. Will he bet his flush draw?
Well,
325
Richard
more.
Herbert has bet and has been immediately raised. Look at those stats. The Queen 7 is favourite, thanks to that flush draw.
Richard doesn't have too many chips to waste, but he decides there's something hinky about that. He may put him on clubs.
I think he probably puts him on a 9 or a
4. Check or
5.
Right colour, wrong shape.
And now
1025.
Adamson is representing that 5.
Can he possibly think his 7 is good?
No, I don't think that's the case. I think he was just fishing to fill his flush, hit a queen or a 7. And now Richard Herbert thinks, why did you raise? You normally raise with a drawing hand. You raised me, so I think you must have had a drawing hand.
Pass.
Yeah, he's passed the best hand, but it's very understandable. And that is well played by Jules Adamson.
I know.
Cards out there.
200.
Richard Herbert and Jules Adamson are
Pass.
developing
2.
quite a relationship at this table, chatting away at each other.
Well, if they got married, it wouldn't last long.
No, there's certainly some needle there already, and I'm afraid it is
No
Richard
raise.
who is the one getting whacked around like Mrs. Punch.
8, 3, 4. Check or bet.
I see. Top pair and the 7
200.
kicker.
Paul Sandals with an 8, but, well, Richard Herbert has got a bigger 8.
12.
Now Richard Herbert
12
is going to
total,
get fed up
1,000
with
more.
passing hands sooner or later, and this might be the time it is.
He's gone all in.
He's just had enough of being pushed around.
Now, if you're Paul
13,
Sandals,
75 more.
you've got 25 seconds to make a decision. What do you do, Roy?
Well, that is as welcome as the bubonic plague. But he might interpret it as a flush draw. He might suspect Richard has 2 big diamonds.
10 seconds to
Well, he's down to 9 seconds. It looks like he's going to pass, and he's thrown them away. Shows it, and throws it.
They're behind, good fold. I'm going to show you respect there. Good fold.
Both players do the decent thing, show their hands.
diamonds
Paul
there.
Sandals feels good about himself now, knowing
Was that suited?
he passed a loser.
Yeah. I saw 1 diamond.
Two to play.
The tickets have been printed,
6
and
total.
we have a raise from Jules Adamson.
Pass. 5.
3 times the big blind.
4.
Standard raise in Hold'em. Will he get any custom from Ian Hope?
I suspect he will. The second time he has had the American Airlines.
Well, last time he only won the blinds, but this time it has been bet for him.
6 was 60.
But he's re-raised, and it's a fair old re-raise.
Well, Jules Adamson, he has a spirit of adventure, no fear in the young man,
Pass.
but he may not have got his degree, but he has enough brains to sense there was a monster in front of Ian Hope.
Well, possibly Ian Hope should have shown his 80s there. Made a statement to the table, I only re-raised with monsters.
I'm a self-employed stock trader, but in saying that, I sit online during the day. While I'm in front of my screens, I've sort of got 7 or 8 screens at home, and one sitting there, and 3 of them screens are dedicated to poker. So I don't get much work done, but just a lot of play. Personally, I'd rather play the strongest players in the field, because you don't, when you're playing these, you know, the guys that are sort of more novice, they call you on most things that they shouldn't really call you on. So I need to suss those out, suss out the strong players, and then start making my moves, but I won't be hanging around. I don't know who I'm playing, but do they know me? Probably not, but they will do.
The button in front of Jules Adamson. He's given up his university degree to play
6.
poker. His parents must be so proud. Well, has he found a hand he can be proud of? He has. He's got the Phil Hellmuth, the black 9s.
That's the hand Phil Hellmuth won the World Series of Poker with, and he will tell you.
Oh, but what's he run into, Roy?
While the 10-jack is raised, the pair of 9s has called, the ace-king's moved all in. What did I start here, thinks Ian Hope.
Well, he cannot fancy his Jack 10 offsuit, but Jules Adamson has a much thornier decision.
48.50 total.
So huge question on him.
He is marginally in front right now.
He has just a few more chips than his opponent.
He'd still be in the game if he lost this, but he would be heading for a third-class degree rather than a first with honours.
10 seconds to act.
6,000 at the moment. If he
And
calls
5 seconds left. Will he make the call?
Call.
He calls!
Cool.
Got ace king.
King, gotta be.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that was a statement that I know what you've got. It was a case of I hope I know what you've got.
I threw an ace. Good luck, man.
I just thought it had to be ace king there.
Yeah, that's me.
Well, as long as it isn't an ace or a king. Oh,
Ace,
that's pretty
6,
rough justice
4.
for the student. He now needs to catch a 9.
Didn't help that Richard Herbert announced I passed an ace.
Well, it's academic now, unless we see a 9.
3.
Only a 9. 2 outs. A 5% chance. Will he drown in the river or sail down it? Oh, look at that. 3 aces.
Perhaps someone should ask Richard Herbert what ace he actually passed. I don't think he can remember. But the hand did pretty much play itself out. Interesting, Ian Hope took off with his Jack 10, but the pair against the overcards. They call it a coin flip. The pair is marginal favourite every time, but this time it come out second best.
Well, that has certainly made a merry mess of our chip leaderboard. It is Paul Sandals of Team Poker Heaven who is now riding high. And down at the bottom, our early leader, Jules Adamson, the student. Well, Team IPN's hope could be going down the Swanee, Roy.
Well, like I say, he went into that confrontation as a marginal favourite. It could have very much turned out different. He could be top of the par with over 12,600 in chips. But as it is, all 4 remain, and it continues to look very good for Team Poker Heaven.
2 to
Time already ticking away in the fast and furious format. The players only have 30 seconds to make their decision.
Who will be the
And
hero?
it's an all-in from Jules Adamson with a King 10. Only our chip leader, Paul Sandals, remains to act.
1925 total.
Jules was down to 1925, and he's taking on the chip leader, Paul Sandals, with over 11,000, who has the best of it.
He's got a suited ace. He calls it.
1925
Total to call.
total. There's only 12 there.
It's 1925 bet total. I'm calling.
It's cold.
Cool.
Well, the dealer has sorted things out. It is a blow of the lips from Jules Adamson. He won't be too happy when they're turned over because he is behind to chip leader Paul Sandals.
I expected to see 2-7 there, I'll be honest.
The student now needs to get luckier than an ugly boy at the freshers' ball.
3, 5.
It hasn't happened with that flop, so a king or a 10 required. A 4 and a 7 or a 4 and a 2 would split it.
Don't give me some help.
Oh, it's got a spade draw now.
That certainly helps.
2, spade, 10 or king. It's 4 cards I need here.
2,
I'll take it.
spade, 10, king.
Hey.
Well, let's split that one up, shall we?
Yeah, there we go, told you.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the board.
At least I get.
I almost feel guilty for predicting that might happen, but it has kept Jules Adamson in this game. Still 4 players at the PokerHeaven.com Fast and Furious Challenge, but only just. Young Jules Adamson, who is under the gun, has been hemorrhaging chips.
1, 2, 4.
Yeah.
All in.
But he announces all in, and why not with a pair of ladies?
Pass.
What are your short stacked?
Oh, he's run into bullets!
I was going to say he'd love a cooler.
I've actually got
Providing the caller didn't have kings or aces.
We are about to see some women get shot, I'm afraid.
God. You'll love this then. What? Look at this. Just about.
Oh, sick.
And look at that, the glasses come off, the smile disappears.
No. But normally when you fold one, the one comes out, so.
I folded 2.
Yeah.
He's 5 cards
Don't
away
touch this,
from destruction. 20 years old, he's about to get a hard lesson in life unless he catches a queen.
It's a king. God.
It's paint, but it's the wrong gender.
I can't split pot this time, I don't think. Oh. Killing me
They're all
now.
together. You're going to hit it.
Come on, here we
Has
go.
to be a queen, or this is it for Jules Adamson. It isn't. He is gone. Well, it was a bit of a whirlwind performance
Cheers, mate.
by the young student, Roy.
I think the youngster
Yeah.
played very
Go
well
next, mate.
indeed. One hand was a bit questionable. Beyond that, he was quite faultless. Simply, his pair of 9s did not hold up against the ace-king, and from there on he was going down the river backwards without a paddle.
Yeah, I didn't really go to plan actually. I lost a big pot with 9s against ace king, and then obviously I got this queens when I'm short stacked. I'm not passing. When he turns over aces, obviously gutted. Yeah, I'd have obviously loved to have won. Didn't go to plan, but you know, in the day that's poker, so I can't really complain. Not looking forward to seeing my team captain after this to explain that I've just come last. But you know, I played as, you know, I didn't make any. I've made a couple of mistakes perhaps, but in the deciding pots, I just got you know, I lost a coin toss really with the 9s, and then I can't do anything with the queens. You know, I'm not folding there.